Better late than never. Democrats quickly catching on to the fact that this Joe Biden guy has bungled the border. NYC Mayor Eric Adams calling on the president to declare a state of emergency as his city runs out of room to house migrants. And Massachusetts Democrat governor is outright declaring one over her state's surge.
The immigration system in this nation is broken. New York City has been left to pick up the pieces. New Yorkers could be left with a $12 billion bill.
This is a national issue that demands a national response. Today, I am declaring a state of emergency in Massachusetts. And critically, I am delivering an urgent and formal appeal to the federal government for intervention and action.
So here you are being upset because too many illegal immigrants are being bused into your area. But the thing is, man, you voted for this. This is what you guys wanted. And you got upset when the Republicans wanted the southern border sealed up. They wanted it closed. They wanted to build a wall. Again, you were upset. You said, oh, they're racist. They don't want more brown people coming in. And it's like, you don't want more brown people being bussed up there to your areas from Texas. And again, we have got to be honest about what is happening here. They're starting to realize they made a grave error.
And Joe Biden is screwed when the liberal media and the squad are calling out his border failures.
We need leadership from President Biden, period. Democrats are looking bad right now in New York State, and that's unacceptable when we have to win at least 4 congressional seats to take back the House. So hopefully the president is listening.
We got to be honest, man. The reason why the Democrat Party looks bad is because they are bad. They are truly evil people. They are. I mean, again, you will sell your soul to the devil for a freaking vote. You will. And again, that's why they hate people like Trump and like Kennedy. Again, the reason why the Democratic Party hates people like RFK Jr. is because he won't sell his soul to the devil for a vote. I mean, he's got principles. He stands on those principles. And again, that is why the establishment Democrats hate him. So again, we don't need you in Congress, Bowman. We don't need to have a Democratic majority. We don't. Because you guys are purely evil. You will sell your damn soul in half to the devil for a damn vote.
York, you look at the scenes out of Massachusetts. It's a state of emergency. There's nothing positive about this for anybody involved here. And this is just a situation that looks to be completely out of control.
Got some show on a local channel in New Jersey. Yeah, it's called Happy Days with Joe. Very strange couple. This is, again, I got to point out the process of matching liberal consequences to liberal fantasies. This has achieved probably more than anything Republicans have ever done. Yeah. Busing migrants. Now they have to face their own problems. It's brilliant. It's harrowing, and it's an emergency, but this is the only way it could have been solved.
So one of the big motivators for the border state governors to decide to start busing migrants was because the White House would condemn anyone on the border for taking action, any state government for taking action at the border, and the White House would say, well, this is a federal government responsibility. Well, no kidding. And nobody cared, that local show, Happy Joe, they didn't care about anybody in the border states.
Yeah, no.
But so then they start busing the migrants, and that was racist and bigoted, right?
Yeah.
Now you have these mayors of major cities having to say, we need a state of emergency, but what are they doing? They're doing something that's going to backfire. One, they might get Biden's attention, but they're also asking for more resources and immediate access for migrants to get jobs. Do you think that disincentivizes any migrants from coming across? No, because then you're going to have more money and opportunities for jobs sooner. That's not going to stop the flow. Yeah. So that is a big problem. I do say that those governors were, for example, let's just talk about Governor Abbott. He was called every name in the book, but he stuck with it. And now you actually have Governor Healy saying this is a national problem. For once, we all agree.
Yeah,
states like Texas, man, again, they have been saying over and over and over again, there's a problem here. There is a real problem. But again, they don't care. They truly don't care. The Democrat Party, they don't care. I mean, again, they will call people like Governor Greg Abbott racist. Again, they will say that the whole state of Texas, man, they're wrong. They don't want these people coming across because they're brown people. They don't want brown people coming across. Again, but the fact of the matter is, man, they realized they had to start sending migrants, illegal migrants, to places like Chicago and New York and, Massachusetts. And, again, they did. And again, these politicians, these Democratic politicians up there, man, again, they're declaring states of emergency. They realize they can't handle the influx, man. The people that are coming into the area, they can't. And again, they are realizing the issue. They are realizing a day late, a dollar short, but they're realizing. They are realizing they messed up. And again, I agree with her. Again, they're asking for more money, more resources. And again, it's going to cost more illegal immigrants to come across the border. They're going to bust more into those areas. So again, do we need more resources to deal with the people that are there? Probably so, but we need to shut up our border. That is what we need to do. We need to make things more difficult. We don't need to allow certain people across. We don't need to give out phones and give out money. And again, places like California, they're doing just that. So again, we have got to understand we got a real crisis situation on our hands. But the Democrat Party refuses to deal with it.
It's frustrating when you hear these leaders saying it's a national problem because they spent so many years preening behind the virtue signal of sanctuary cities while mocking all the border state leaders.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh my God, it's a national problem. It's like, well, you could have watched The Five and figured this out
a lot
3 years ago.
That's right. Well, it's like what I said yesterday. They condemn the movement of the migrants from the southern states. They called it a political stunt. Mm-hmm. They said it was inhumane. They said it was racist. And what they did was they then came out to welcome them. And they said, like Mayor Adams, we're a sanctuary city. Let's meet you at the bus and I'll shake your hand and we'll get you into all the hotels. In fact, 50% of the hotels are filled with migrants. And then all of a sudden, when there's just too many, they say, gee, maybe we got it wrong. But if you listen to Jamal Brown, it's not that we got it wrong because the law says they can't come in. It's because we're Democrats and we're going to look bad.
And they're going to lose.
And they're going to lose, and they know that. But it's yet another example of how the Democrats want to reinvent the wheel. They want to cancel everything that Donald Trump did. They didn't want Remain in Mexico. They didn't want to build the wall. They didn't want to do anything. And then they have the consequences. Now we've got school starting in a couple of weeks. Do you know how many local schools have got to hire teachers who speak 10 different languages that they don't even know?
They don't want to look bad. It's not about being bad, being good. It's not about doing the right thing. It's about looking bad. That's what the issue is. And again, that's what the issue has been for so many Democrats for so long. Again, it's about how they look, how they appear. How about this? How about trying to do the right thing? How about understanding, you know what, man, maybe we don't know as much as we think we know about what's going on down there at the southern border. Maybe instead of judging Texas as being racist, as being horrible, as being uncaring, maybe we understand that, you know what, they're dealing with an issue down there, a big problem. And now that they're dealing with it themselves, maybe they can start to see what's happening. Maybe they can start to understand, hey, look, man, yeah, I get it. There's a real issue going on down there at the southern border. Because, again, we have got to understand, again, places like New York and Chicago, Massachusetts, Connecticut, whatever, again, they're receiving a fraction of what is down there at the southern border. They're receiving a fraction of this. Again, guys, we have got a real problem. Stop trying to look good and start trying to do the right thing. As a matter of fact, don't try to do the right thing. Do the right thing.
No one's even talking about that. I mean, it's a nightmare.
You know, Harold, I thought your idea in the break was absolutely brilliant when you said all of these new workers, why not have them build the wall? And I thought that was just amazing. You solve two problems. They get jobs, they build the wall. You should be our border czar.
I mean, I don't even remember half the things that I say, obviously, in the green room. Look, Biden has been on the defensive on immigration and the border since he took office. If I were him and if I were advising him, this is the time for him to build a bipartisan group of border state senators and congressmen, bring them to the White House, do what President Trump and other presidents have done, sit them around the table, let the press in, and say, let's hammer out something here on 4 or 5 things we can agree on. We'll build a wall. Let's do it. 2, let's increase border patrol and let's increase agents. 3, let's stop busing people around the country because this is not working. It was a bit of a gimmick at the beginning, but I agree with everyone around the table. We're now seeing the kind of pressure that it puts on it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican as a mayor or governor. These are real issues. These are real people. And these issues cost real money and create great pressure.
Why stop? Why stop it if it's working?
No, but it's not. No, it's working. So the stunt, which you can't criticize Congressman Bowman. You said Congressman Brown, but you meant Bowman. I want them to criticize you for that. He said that he wanted to do it for the politics. We can't just do it for the politics. We need to fix it. 3, let's develop a real strategy to invest in the hemisphere. Vice President Harris, this is a responsibility that's been assigned to you. I think it's never too late to step up and provide this kind of leadership. 3, we ought to develop a strategy to go after the cartels, both President Biden and President Trump. President Trump had some creative ideas about how to go after the cartels. We should think more creatively and out of the box about how we do this. And finally, it should not be lost on anyone. We need not only a new immigration policy to help protect our border, but we do have a worker shortage challenge in the country. I'm not saying let everybody in. Yep. I'm saying let a select group of people in. That's right. But it won't happen unless there's leadership at the top.
I mean, we have a real problem on our hands. We really do. And again, man, I like that idea. You know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. You know, again, the immigrants, man, the illegal immigrants that are coming across, man, put them to work. Give them jobs, you know, again, building a damn wall. We have got to figure out a way to close up, seal up that southern border. Again, now heard a report that they have tunnels big enough to drive trucks up underneath the border. So again, we have truly got to recognize what is happening here. You know, again, we have a real problem. We got to fix it. We have got to fix the issue. And again, man, I understand people like Jamal Bowman. Man, again, they're scared about the way it makes the Democratic Party look. Man, don't be afraid of the way it makes the party look. Be afraid of what is happening. Change your policies to reflect that. Again, we have got to seal up our southern border because, again, we cannot continue to bust people around the country because that's going to put a strain on our system. It is. Man, again, even though I think it's kind of funny to watch, man, these Democratic politicians, you know, backpedal and everything else, again, it's putting a strain on our country. And again, we cannot handle this. We can't. We have got to do something different. We have got to build that wall. We have got to shut up that side of the border. We do. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a